live with Yoni and the Moose, no?
Yoni and the Moose.
Yoni and the Moose, baby. All right, we want to shout out to our sponsors, boys, for...
We also actually want to give another special shout out to Alan for showing out a half hour late.
That's right.
As you see, I'm comfortable and he's still in his coat.
That's right. I took Yoni away from his movie night with his wife, so I'm sorry about that.
That is true.
I'm sorry, but the boys
The
boys really wanted to see me, so it's all good.
Yeah.
But anyway,
you thought this was a live.
I did think this was a live. Honestly, I did. You know, I think we did a good job last week on the live, but
you did.
What? The YouTube is for the boys. You know what I mean? So I get
show
it.
up, right? We're a half hour overdue right now.
It's all right. They're not paying me enough anyway. Next year we gotta bump up the sponsorships.
We'll double your salary next year.
Double the salary. Okay. Absolutely.
2 times 0 is?
Add a 1 in front of it at least.
All right, so you guys submitted questions, actually.
Wait, hold on. We got to say thank you to Vic also for the,
thank you.
Yeah, please, thank me.
Hosting us in this beautiful 100%. Home. You know, I appreciate this, taking the time. You know, mad shout out. No, this year has been crazy.
The highlights this year definitely stepped it up. The highlights, everything.
Listening to the voices of the people. You know, hearing everybody complain about the refs. So that was fun.
Debatable,
right? No, but I definitely think this year was an improvement from last year.
100%. And the commission did step up big time. So, yeah, round of applause.
And you, brother.
The chat, I want you guys
Thanks,
to
I appreciate that.
Tonight, calling on the chat to do your part.
That's nice of you guys.
I'm guessing the questions are all to me, right?
Yeah. You only got none of them.
All right.
Awesome.
All right, so the first question is actually by Jack Mastery. He asked...
Jack Mastery?
I don't know. I don't know. Is he in? He's in my grade, actually. Yeah.
So he doesn't even play?
He's like a 4th stringer on the Chiefs.
Oh, that guy. Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's the short kid.
All right.
So he asked Yoni, actually, how do you feel about being wrong about last week for the Panthers versus the Chiefs?
I actually called it the opposite, right?
Yeah.
How do I feel about being wrong about the Chiefs? You just had to remind me of that game. Hold on a second.
It was 46 to like 13 or something.
I literally said it was going to be a blowout.
So it happens to be, right, so you were correct. I was wrong on that 100%. I'll own up to when I say something that was wrong. From looking at that game, though, and looking at the footage, hold on, I'm just trying to remember. I didn't look at that footage. That's the only one I didn't look at.
I think you could simply say something. I think the DFL in general understands now the value of the Chiefs and how much depth they really have. Right, their team is like basically covered on all corners. They have a solid line, solid QB, solid defense, awesome wide receivers. I think he did I got
They have a complete team.
Yeah, their draft class, I got to take it up to the A+.
There's a few complete teams in this league, and the Chiefs are one of them, 100%.
I think Zach did phenomenal on the draft. So
he did great.
I got to give him props on a complete team. He did it right. So whether a majority of it is Zachy himself, right? I don't know if he drafted himself, but you know. Having a player of the week and looking at those stats, it's phenomenal, bro.
I still think, those stats were impressive. I think Dubin made a case for player of the week, so we got to
give
him
you see
Dubin did make a good...
Did you see Fonz's catch?
Fonz's catch was great.
Bro,
that was a good catch.
I was there on the sideline, and I saw it, I was like...
My game stopped, and I was like, oh, what happened? Also, I see Fonz on the floor.
Didn't happen. I didn't know Merriman could do that, by the way, but...
Actually, in the Bengals-Bucks film room, there's a play that's just like... it's before the play. Reaction towards Fonz's catch.
That was wild. No, that was crazy. Honestly, I was on the sideline. I was like, no way I just saw this. But props on Zachy on that throw, but Fonz literally went up in there and snagged it out of there and brought it down.
When you're perfect, you got to have your players keep it perfect.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I did not know Fonz.
That's good. So, look, obviously I have a lot to say about the Chiefs. I feel like we'll say it later on. I was wrong about that game. Do I think the Chiefs are a good team? Yes. Do I think that the Chiefs are? But we'll talk about the Chiefs.
You were wrong and I was right?
Yeah, okay. Show up next time, okay? Show up on
time.
All right.
Okay. To Moose, what second half... This is by Sammy Saka, by the way.
Oh, Sammy Saka loves me, brother. I love Sammy Saka.
Yeah, he's a big analyst.
Sam's freaking awesome dentist. I would say he's the best dentist if it wasn't for my brother, but shout out. He's a great dentist. So.
Yeah. By the way, and Alan... Sammy, you should get the support that Alan has. He goes over to all the kids in the shul. Yo, you want candy? My brother's a dentist.
Sponsor candy.
That's what Alan does in the shul.
Hire me as your marketing, bro. I promise you I'll fill up those spots.
You want candy? I'm like, Al, I didn't
yeah, it's a very smart move, by the way.
My brother's a dentist.
Yeah,
that's Al.
There you go.
That's the
nice.
It's one of those hard candies, too. You know,
oh, so you're going to give them cavities so then they go to your brother?
He literally walks around shul like, hey.
And I go to kids who I think they have insurance, you know. So this way my brother can get paid, but yeah, absolutely. No Medicaid. No Medicaid, no candy.
No Medicaid. All right, so Sammy wants to know about the second half adjustments you made in the Dolphins game.
All right, that's a good question.
That's a good question.
That's a great question, actually. I got a shout out to Mo. He really stepped up, and what he did is he took control over the situation on our team. Right? He knew something wasn't working, so he sat at I think he benched who he needed to bench at the right times and put in the right players at the right times. I think we shifted it up and just what we did is we stepped up as a team. Right? We looked at ourselves and said we're better than this. We can't let this happen. I think he got Chaim more involved, right? Where it's very random. Like Chaim, Landry, he made amazing plays in every game. Right?
Landy.
The game against you,
he's a great player.
He's phenomenal. He's probably our number one, but not to take away from Nutty or Torque. Everybody had their amazing plays, right? And I just think that he came in clutch in the right moments. And really stepped up. I think once we took the lead, we just barreled through from there and really just built on that momentum.
Landy's great. Actually, breaking news here: Landy will be subbing for Rocky this Sunday.
Wow!
I didn't approve that.
Go screw yourself. That's the only thing I got approved. You want to talk about approvals?
I need to get.
I got denied. Who could sub for Rocky? Ralph Hannon? No, he can't sub for him. Not one person.
Honestly, Norwood.
No one. Thank you. That's what they want to do.
Norwood.
That was great.
He was a great
Well,
sub.
Gluck
I like Norwood.
Gluck was a good sub. Gluck was a good sub.
The subs. They didn't let. Gluck.
You
They
guys
didn't
didn't
let
like Gluck?
Hannon. They didn't let Panitz. They didn't let. You can't get a big guy because then on O line, hey, they're going to be on offense. They're going to be O lines.
Yeah,
but I can't get a quick speed guy because
didn't-
hey, they're better receivers than Rocky.
But to be
And we're back.
all right, going back to that nice question of who's the 4 out of 3-1 teams, right? You mentioned which one of those teams will actually win, right? And I really think
everyone can win.
I know, but I really think from what you're saying with the whole round robin, whatever it is, I think it comes down to the schedule, right, in the playoffs.
That's what I'm saying. If we play a round robin between us 4 teams, each team plays each of those teams. Which one of those do you
Right.
see losing? Everyone could win. Which one do I think loses 2 games? I can't see you losing 2 games. I can't see the Jags losing 2 games. The only team I could see losing 2 games is the Chiefs.
All right,
That's the only way to say it. It's not a fraud.
Let's do a scenario. right? Which two teams do you think would be playing each other? Which 2 teams do you think will play each other out of the 4 3-1 teams?
Out of us 4, depending on who goes to the playoffs.
Let's just say we all make it to the playoffs. Who's playing who?
So it's going to be a bye. Let's say the only way the Chiefs get to the Super Bowl is if they avoid...
Pass the bye. Let's say we pass the bye.
The only way they get to the Super Bowl, the only way the Chiefs get to the Super Bowl, you'll hear it here. The only way they get to the Super Bowl is if the Bengals and the Jags do not face them in that first game and they face the Cowboys. They have a chance to win that game. You have a chance to win that game.
Right.
That's the only way they're getting to the Super Bowl. If they match up against us or the Bengals, or the Jags or Bengals, they're not winning.
This is the way I see it. I see it if the Cowboys are definitely coming off of momentum, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're definitely getting that chemistry as a team. So, being said that, I think we could beat the Jags. I think we could easily beat the Bengals. I'm not trying to say just because you're here, but literally I think we have a chance to beating you guys again. The Chiefs, I'm yet to play them, so I really don't know how that outcome would be. But yes, if we played them, I think statistically, and the way we're planning this week, and there was all that on the line, I think Mo would definitely step up and
Look, if you look at the Chiefs' wins,
I
just want to go into this thing. The Chiefs are.
I think we want to win it more.
100%. Look at the Chiefs. The Chiefs won 3 games. We won 3 games. You won 3 games. The Jags won 3 games. Who did the Chiefs win? What was their?
That's a good point. I was looking
at
that.
They won Uri Adler twice. No offense, Uri. They won Uri Adler twice. Once on the Jets, once on the Panthers, and then they beat the Miami Dolphins on a horrendous week.
Right.
Okay. Those are their 3 wins.
And they lost 2.
And they lost to us.
To you guys. Right?
They didn't just lose. Like obviously it came
I
close.
don't think you guys destroyed them.
No.
I don't think
they made a comeback based on our script.
Did you guys ever have like a game over 20 points?
We're not. We played.
No, I'm just asking. I want to know.
It's a good question.
I'm not sure. I think week 1, week 2.
No, week 1 you did not have. You had 12
Who did we
points.
play week 2?
You played against the Panthers. I think you did.
Panthers.
You had 18,
Yeah.
18 and 12, and then Panthers you had what?
I had like mid-30s, I think.
Yeah, we know.
Shimmy threw for 3 touchdowns.
We're playing our opponent. We're not. It's like I said. It's not. We're playing chess.
Oh, speaking of chess, you're playing against Siegel. How's the game planning for that?
This is like your dream come true. Like,
it's a very
Yeah, by the way.
You're a pickle right here, man. Like
it
you're waiting
is.
for this.
The thing is, I'm going without the
3
rock.
years in a row.
Without the rock.
Right. So you have an excuse already.
So it's not an excuse.
No, it's an excuse. Yeah, it's okay. It's fine. You ready to bring up the
Cincinnati Bengals go into a game, we win the game.
All right. So how do you plan on winning this game?
I'm not telling you my game plan.
Why? I think.
Could you tell us what you think Siegel's game plan is?
Mabruk to Siegel on the video.
Yeah,
Shout
Mabruk.
out,
Congratulations.
So here's the question. Siegel, I heard, is submitting subs for himself.
Right.
He might not play. And Rocky, I don't know what's going on in that game.
Are you saying that he's not going to be
I
playing?
don't know. There's so many question marks in that game. Like Rocky's not
Siegel's playing. I think Siegel's
I think he's going to play. I think it's just a smokescreen.
Exactly.
That's
he's
Siegel.
starting off, right? I think he's
It's a
starting off.
smokescreen.
I'll show up there the
He's
first
texting
one.
me today like, oh, would you approve Zappy for me? And just whatever. We're going to win. We'll be good. We'll be okay. Shout out.
Hey,
Dad.
What's going on?
Welcome.
Hi.
How's it going?
Keys to the car. In the trunk of the car is your bins for your.
Well, we don't get.
Thank you.
What are you doing here? What's going on?
We're videoing for DFL.
Keep up the great work, guys. I'll see you later.
Thanks, Dad. I get a free Tesla tonight. It's great.
Sweet. Where we going? Let's go to AC, bro.
Yeah, sure. I'm not 21 yet, but yeah.
It's okay. I
Eventually.
wasn't 21 my first time too.
Oh, really?
But going back to Siegel's game plan, so I think the whole way, the only way Jags win is if Siegel's there, right? Because Siegel
For sure.
is the mind, Siegel is the run, Siegel is
The Jags have a full team. They
the
have
team-
Dubin, they have CZS, they have a full team.
I think
We're
he's the
underdogs with
general.
Rocky out. No
He's
question.
the general. They're the soldiers, and he just knows how to put them into motion, right?
He knows
So
how to
if
be a
he's not
captain,
there-
not like the Cowboys.
Correct.
Like, obviously, the Cowboys aren't a real captain. Like you said, Modowak was calling the huddles.
Well,
Was
I'm
in
the
and out.
captain, bro.
I know, but like Modowak's really running the show.
Who said that?
You literally said at the beginning, you guys could rewind
No,
the
no,
tape.
no,
Modowak
He does.
cold subs in and out.
He did
Oh,
say
so I
that.
did say- oh,
He
okay.
really does.
Alright.
No, I'm
No,
just-
Moose
I-
is just a very good delegator. That's his
I
thing.
am the deadline,
You're good.
whatever
You're
it
good.
is.
Good
It means you assign things to people. Like you told Mo, okay, you're the captain now.
Yes.
Exactly. You showed up to the draft?
Listen, honestly, I was shocked that they made me captain, bro. Like, I was like, I'm good. And then they're like,
You're good,
oh,
you're
too
good.
late. Send me a video in 30 seconds. I was like, okay, let's make this happen. I'm actually happy that I had only because I saw so many players that I didn't know their names and I didn't know who they are.
Yeah, no.
So I needed somebody with that, with that information. Honestly, like one of my picks was Torque, and one of the reasons why I wanted him is because I saw how he played, and he wasn't even in DFL last week, but I played with him in one game on I think Thanksgiving or whatever it was. Like,
I played in that game.
Yeah,
he
me
was just
too.
An animal, bro. He was an animal. So I saw that. I saw like his drive that he wanted to win. He was aggressive on every play, and speaking to him over like a few Shabbats, he was like, "This is my comeback year. This is my comeback year," and I think he's having a great year. It's just
He's in the scheme. He's perfect fitting in his place.
he knows. Yeah, he's that hot-headed player that I need on my team.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to Torque for coming to the class.
Yeah, Torque was
Wow.
Torque was always there. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Shout out to Yoni for actually making it once.
I didn't come late, unlike Alan.
Right.
Tonight.
You did actually.
I did.
So that was payback.
You're never supposed to go on time for a speech. If you're going to a speech, you don't
That's a
wanna
good
go
point.
on time.
I agree.
You gotta go like a little late. You don't want to.
I think it's like it's called
that.
SY time. I'm not sure if you know what that is, Yoni.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because it's
Sorry,
actually not
inside.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
Um,
Next question, boys.
all right.
All right, so this one's interesting. Actually, Uri Adler submitted this. He wants you to rank the QBs 1 to 8.
It's a good thing. I mean,
Should we start with 1?
Yeah, I think start with
Start
I
one.
with
thought
one.
first of all, I think there's more than 8. No, it doesn't like
Soul
the
Talon.
Yeah, but
right.
we'll-
Conversations getting heated behind the camera.
Very.
You know, a lot of controversy around.
Still going through why
Alan
Alan came a half hour late.
Right.
He came.
You know, this is what I
he
realized.
rushed so fast. He didn't even button his goddamn shirt.
No, I just kept it open for you. But the truth is that we learned one thing, that Yoni loves to hold on to stuff, onto grudges, right?
We do.
Last year, this year, you just loved to
I'll
milk
be
it.
honest. I just want to bother you.
You love to milk it. No, it's all good.
It is true.
Through this, we want to end the segment with
Let's go through the games.
through the games, right? Like we want to
9
do
a.m.
predictions.
Vic, you lead us off. 9 a.m. first game. What are we doing?
Vic, what
Yeah,
are we
sure.
doing?
Okay, so 9 a.m. we got the Chiefs-Cowboys game.
Oh, baby.
Yoni, I'll ask you first since it's Moose's team.
All right,
What do you think?
That's a good game.
it is. I think
Is
I
anyone
think,
missing?
I think both people said we were the
No.
biggest frauds, right? The 3-1 teams.
I didn't call them fraud. I didn't use the word
I didn't
fraud.
say you.
I said if they.
Actually, it was
Jags-
Torque that called you guys a fraud.
No. I was talking about there was a few players that said the Cowboys were a fraud.
Oh, yeah, Elliot said that.
The Chiefs were a fraud.
I think the biggest fraud, by the way, is
Right.
Miami Dolphins. I don't know what the hell's going on there. I think Meyer Caston's not leading that team. We'll get into it later. Okay.
Right. They have a solid team though.
Mhm.
Great team. Why are they not winning games? Whatever. We'll talk about it soon. Let's
Yeah,
go through
so
this with Cowboys.
Chiefs, Cowboys. What do you hold?
I'll let
What's
you
your
start.
predictions?
I'll
No,
let you
what's your
start.
predictions?
I think it's gonna be a good game. I think that you guys match up very well. I think you guys got on defense. You guys could cover them. I definitely know Mo is already thinking stuff. You have Mo, you have Torque, you have Nadav, you have Landy. 4 good defenders that could take care of them. I think you guys are good in containing. You're gonna have to play a zone. You'll get burnt by a man. Someone has to contain Zaki. You guys have all the pieces to beat them. I think it's gonna be a neck and neck game. Obviously, I'm gonna favor the Chiefs by 2. I think it's gonna be a -3. I'll give it a 35-32.
I think it's a high.
Chiefs.
I think it's a high valuation, right? I think it's gonna be a closer
High
game than that.
valuation, that'll be shocking.
Well, yeah. Well, I don't know, bro. I'm on like half bolts. Just leave me alone. But the truth is, this is the way I look at it. I think it's gonna be tighter than that when it comes to points, right? I think both scores are gonna be low 20s or under 20s, right? And this is the way I look at it. I look at it like both ways. I think they have a better offensive team than us.
27-24, I'll switch mine. Go, there you go.
That
I
makes
have
more
to
sense.
erase it now.
That was too much. That was
I
too
think
much.
it all depends on one thing on our offense, right? Like whether we get second half Mo, right, from the get go, or
There
we
you
get just
You will, though. They're so. Give me a call after the
Mo.
show.
I think Mo's coming off a high. I think he knows who to trust now and what kind of plays work. So I feel like that's going to work for us offensively,
Yeah.
right? And I can't give out everything, right? But I think we have them beat on defense.
Yeah.
I think they're.
It's going to be neck and neck game.
Yeah, on defense, I don't think we have an issue
Do you
there.
think you're the underdog in the game?
I think, well,
Are you the underdog in this game?
I don't think so.
No. So you think it's an even spread?
I think it's even on both ways, right? I think we're better defensively. They may be better offensively, but I think defense will overcome it, right? Well, we're not as bad defensively as they are offensively. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think it's going to be 27-24. That's my call.
Most what's your
giving
call?
it to The Chiefs, right? So
What's your
I'm
score?
giving the score.
Like a 21-20.
No, I'm gonna give the Chiefs 18,
Okay.
right? Cowboys 24.
You win by
18,
six.
24.
We're winning by 6.
All right. Your last prediction.
And I think-
your last biased prediction was
And I do
31.
think I do think we're gonna have a pick 6 in the game.
Okay. I get it. We picked up Zaki twice. You know how to play him. Zaki, as good as his stats, look, he threw two touchdowns against
Well,
us.
honestly,
and he threw 2 picks.
Who's their
The
whole
same
team?
amount.
Who's their whole team? Zaki, Panitz. Panitz is okay.
There's holes. If you
Okay.
Mo Dweck, I'm waiting for your call.
I think we can exploit those holes, but you know what? Panitz is, I think, better offensively than he is defensively, right? We agree on that.
100%.
All right, Ruben Juris,
There's holes, man. There's holes.
right? So I think, and then they have their line, which is big.
If you could block
They
them,
have a
then
big-
you match up well. That's what I was saying.
Right.
You match up
Well,
well.
I am the best O-line, but
You match up well.
that being said, yeah, that's my prediction. 24-18.
All right, done.
All right.
6. I have a -3 in favor of the Chiefs, though. So it's
There
a
you go.
9-point difference for me and you. All
There
right.
you go.
Next game we're going to predict is the Dolphins versus the Panthers. Moose, take it away.
It's a
Panthers are
must
gonna
win
lose
for
on.
the Panthers.
Yeah, I know it's a must win, but it's not going to happen. I think Myers pissed from last week. Pissed.
Okay.
What happened? What happened last week for Meyer?
You know what it is?
I
I
don't
think
understand.
we figured it out. I said we came
You had
together.
second half adjustments.
Second half, we came together. We figured out their holes and we exploited their weaknesses. That's it. It's very
Can I ask
simple.
you a question before we dig into the game? Meyer Casson has arguably from the best O-lines, from arguably the best tight end.
No, and definitely not
A
one of the best
wicked
O-lines.
receiver
No,
in Sammy Schwecke.
Wait, hold on.
You're the best O-line, but after
No, not at all. Because I think they have a great D line.
both. Whatever. They got
No, because their D line and O line is 2 different games, man.
I agree. They don't have a bad O-line. Is my point. When you compare these
Listen,
guys to
You have Gluck, who was not playing O line. He was not playing O line.
Danziger though.
Danziger was playing tight end.
So who was playing line?
Correct. So you had Norwood, and as you know what, he's
Once again, back to my question.
He's not that great.
You have
Sorry.
the
I love him as
Dolphins.
a
You
guy,
have
but
a
he's
great
not.
line. They have pieces. They have arguably
They have
the
a
best
good
tight end.
D-line.
They have
They have a
arguably from
good
the better
D-line
D-lines. They
and a
have a
good
great
tight
receiver,
end.
Sammy Schwecke. Yeah, Meyer Casson at QB. Was Meyer Casson carried last year by Yoni Panagel and Danny Massery?
Was he carried?
You were on that team too,
I don't
Moose.
know.
And Moose. Was
Well,
Meyer Casson carried last year?
I would think. Well, no. I think we definitely protected him. I think we gave
Was
him
Meyer
a bill.
Casson carried by his team last year? I don't think so. I didn't think so.
I think so. I think we all had something to bring to the table. I think Vic did amazing. I think you did amazing. I think everybody. Look again. Going back to the top, we were a great team, but we didn't win. Yeah,
I don't want to call out my guy from last year, but Meyer Casson, I'm calling you out. You should be doing way better than this.
But again, it's not all on him. That's why we're going back to the whole Siegel thing, right? Like you're saying, he's the best QB.
He has a team.
Talent-wise.
You got Sammy.
He's a better captain. Well, look, I would say he has that chemistry with Sammy. Now you lock Sammy. What are you doing? You got Braha, right? Braha's great also.
Danny Braha, you got a top tight end. There's no excuses. He has weapons. I'm not understanding why
if he's getting
performing.
pressured, and he's playing on his zone, I think you can exploit that.
All right.
I love Meyer, and Meyer I think he's a great QB by the way, and he was on fire on the first half. I was like getting worried.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not understanding how they're losing games.
But it's all about finishing up.
All right. So now let's dig into the game. You got the Panthers. You got Uri Adler. Must win.
I think they're going to absolutely destroy them.
I think they match up pretty well, though.
No, I think this is what's going to happen. Here's my prediction, just real quick. 28 Dolphins, 12 Panthers. Actually, I really wanted to say 7. But
28-7 or 28-12?
28-12.
All right, 28-12. Wow.
Crap, can I say 13? 13.
Yeah, of course.
So I think they're unlucky anyways. But, do you think that Ehrman's going to have a sack on Meyer?
He got a sack last week, actually.
I know, that's my question.
So
I want to shout him out. Again, do you think he's going to have a sack on Meyer?
they don't have pressure.
That should
But
be
they
a
have
fun
the
bet.
points.
That should be a fun bet, by the way. Is Ehrman going to get a sack?
Plus,
I love
plus
that.
300?
Plus 300. That's good odds. That's
Plus
in my
300 Aaron to have a sack.
There you go.
So here's the thing. They match up pretty well besides for that pass rush. If the Panthers have a way to get in on that line, they have the corners. They have Danny Master. They have Esses. They could do it.
Mark Esses has been very effective on the rush, too.
So if they could utilize him, Danny Master, you just got to cover one receiver. Obviously, you have to cover Braha also. But Sammy Schweppe,
Who's covering Mastery? Who's covering Mastery?
That's what I'm saying. I'm going out on a limb. I'm going to get called out all week. But the Panthers
I think Sammy
will
Schweppe
score
can
26.
take him. The Panthers are going to score 26?
And the Miami Dolphins will score 19.
Wow. All right.
I'm going to get grilled for this.
Bold
Danny
predictions.
Mastery, you're going up against your boy.
There you go.
Wow.
Take care of business.
Okay,
All
so
right.
that's 19-26.
Well,
Panthers
listen, you
winning
go
by
back.
Yoni. And, yeah, that's true.
No.
And Moose, you had 28-13. The Finns winning?
I think Ariada's
Fins
going
winning.
to
You were wrong last time, so I think I'm going to be right again, so there you go.
Okay.
31-10, Ellie Siegel. Did you hear that? 31-10.
Are
Cowboys.
you going to go bias on that? Come on, bro.
31-10.
Come on, bias.
This is a non-biased opinion. I'm giving a non-biased opinion.
Oh, it's a non-biased. Okay.
We're back, boys. This is a crazy prediction, right? But we both agree?
Yeah, we talked about this backstage. Bucks versus Jets. What do you guys think?
Bucks, Jets. And now, out of all the 0-4 teams, I now believe that the Jets are going to upset it.
Before we go and
I
say
think
the
this-
prediction, Saul Towel on the chat wrote 3 times,
Okay?
I am guaranteeing a Jets win.
That's amazing.
The Jets-
I'm actually agreeing with that. I'm agreeing with that. I think that the Bucks are it's a good matchup. I think Buka knows how to. Well, nobody can lock up Robert, but at the end of the day, I think if they figure that out, they have enough pressure to get in there and literally just pick apart on Elliott Saka, right?
I don't want to agree with you, but
I'm predicting this. Elliott's throwing 4 picks.
4 picks.
4 picks. I'm predicting
Saka.
that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I'll let you go first with your predictions, then I'll say my
Yeah,
word.
so I actually believe that the Jets are going to win here. The score is going to be
Be honest here.
18
Okay.
to 14.
Wow.
It's a close game. 18-14.
Actually, I'm going to take that back. 19-14.
Oh, wow.
Where's that extra point coming from?
I don't know.
Here,
I don't like even numbers like that. It's weird. I throw it off. Just like, like 1999 when you buy a t-shirt or something.
a must-win game for the New York Jets.
Jets are winning.
Saul Towel saying he's winning this game.
I think they're going to be like the Steelers last year. Just sneak into the playoffs out of nowhere.
No.
Well, it might just happen.
But I'm going to say that winless Abe might not be winless after this week. I'm going to agree with you that the New York Jets are going to
What's your
beat the
prediction?
Bucks. My prediction is different than yours.
Okay.
I have the Jets putting up 28.
Oof.
I think their offense is
Whoa.
on fire. I
Wow,
think if
okay.
you throw to anyone but I think you have the pieces. And I think that the Bucks are not scoring more than 2 touchdowns. It's going to be a wreck.
So we agree on that. We agree on that.
13.
13, okay.
28-13.
8:30. How many picks do you think Saul's throwing? How many picks in the game?
Saul's gonna
Let's
throw,
do that.
Saul might throw one to
Plus
Robert.
7?
Saul might throw one to Robert.
One?
El's gonna throw 2-3.
Alright, I'm thinking plus 5 sacks.
Over under will be 4.5. Total.
Over under.
Scav is going to get in a few times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pressure. Yeah.
I think there's gonna be over 5 picks in the game for sure. 4 of them going Elliott. I love you.
All right. Well, look, no one's gonna like us for this prediction. We want to dig into the teams. Obviously, you have Robert, but you learn how to contain Robert, you'll win this game.
If the Jets are in the playoffs, who do you think is out?
The Dolphins.
Well, I mean, if the Jets are in the playoffs, wouldn't the Bucks be out because of the head-to-head? Like, that's what they'd be relying
Because
on.
the Bucks could win, the Dolphins could lose some games. They could sneak past the
That's
Dolphins.
true.
So you think the Dolphins, right? You just
I think if
they're
there's
falling
any,
apart.
like the Bucks aren't falling apart. You have Robert. You can never count them out. But at the end of the day, it's just Robert. If you put any other quarterback in the league with Robert, I think you're better than 2-2.
Got it. All right.
So
That's our prediction.
yeah, you got Deitch, and I know he called me last time saying, "Oh, we couldn't." Like,
Whose team is CZS on again?
He got traded to the Jets. Not the Jets. He got traded to the Jags.
you got to look at the Jets right now. I want to go through the Jets for a second because we just
Shout
gave
out to
predictions.
ZA.
We just gave predictions. We didn't talk on. Let's go into the games a little bit. They looked great on offense last week. They looked like they could have won that game. It just got out of hand way too early, way too fast. But they competed. They were
Do you
putting
think
up
that they have
points.
that
They're putting
cloud
up
over their
numbers.
head?
I think that they're all in. I think ABJ Saruya has watched film for the last 72 hours and just wants to not be winless Abe. That's his
Right.
name. It's winless Abe.
Because
And I feel bad because Ellie
That-
Siegel
that's
kind
my
of
cousin,
gave him
bro.
that name.
Don't talk to him like
Ellie
that, bro.
Siegel gave
Like,
him
that's
that
my cousin,
name. He
bro.
said, "Hey, winless Abe."
Listen, at the
Get
end of
out.
the day, I think at the end of the day, right? Who they play?
They played the Jags. They put
The
up
Jags.
numbers.
It's a hard team, and I don't think that was fair enough on with their new team, right? To really show what they had capable, right? I think going into this game, they can literally shine, go in there, show off their weapons, and I believe like going into last game, right? They had that cloud over them, right? Like, oh, we're 0-3 or whatever it is, and now we're playing Siegel. This is another,
Mhm.
whatever it is. So
They're hungry.
it's kind of tough coming out from that. I think they understood that they were going to lose last week and crush it this week.
So I'll go through what I think right now. I think that the Jets fundamentally are a good team. They have pieces, they have weapons, they have everything together. They played the Jags last week. Jags obviously great football team. Ellie Siegel disguising different things. You could look at the film. He had this guy coming in, Alpo coming in. He had different
Boro's
things.
out of nowhere.
And guess what? The Jets still put up numbers. I don't think Elliott has that brain power to do what Ellie Siegel was doing on defense. I think they're just a very basic deal team. Like, hey, okay, you have Rob, and that's basically it. Okay, so you're not gonna be able to mix up different schemes. You're not gonna be able to mix up different things. I think I'm talking very fast right now because I just want to go through it quickly. I think that Elliott is not going to be able to compete with that, type of disguises and stuff. I think the Jets on defense, they have all the pieces. They have ABJ Surya, they have Buka, they have Groskin, even just a mouth to give some hype. You got Buka, you got Soltau, you got.
I need Grushkin to step up.
And guess what?
I
You
love
also-
Grushkin, but
And
he's
you
got to
also
step
got.
up. Though.
And
Yeah,
you know
I
who's
agree.
going to step up? No, you know who's going to step up this week?
Who?
Vic Abadi.
Oh, Vic.
Vic Abadi's on that
Abadi's gonna
team.
step
If
up.
he plays,
What?
is he playing?
I think so.
I feel like he's always questionable. Vic Abadi always has a party.
Oh.
Okay.
Hopefully, he has like a $10 million wedding or something in the morning. I don't know. Let's figure it out.
Amen. Vic Abadi show up and
I
ball
love
out.
Vic. Vic is a.
I think that Vic Abadi every week.
Did he get sacked
By the
last
way,
week?
He always has a
He
party.
did. He got one sack off Siegel.
This game, I'm telling
He
you,
got a sack on
if
Siegel.
Vic
Sweet.
Abadi could put the pressure a little bit, if Vic Abadi could put that pressure on Elliott, make him make mistakes. You have ABJ, you got Saul, you got
Yeah,
pieces
Jets,
there.
Jets can make it happen.
The Jets can make it happen on defense. I think they're going to
There
pick
you
them off a few times. I think it's going to be a blowout.
There you go.
All right. Predicting Jets blowout
Next
on the
video, when you
Bucks.
start it, make sure my E6 not in it. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. All right. We're up. We got the last game. We got the Jaguars versus the Bengals.
Yoni.
I'll let you
All
start.
right. You
I'll
want
let
me
you
to
start.
start?
I'll let you start.
All right, here's what I think. I think it all depends on two things. A, if Siegel plays or not.
Okay. From the commission, did Siegel submit a pick? It's Thursday night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so Siegel did submit a pick.
Yeah. But
Siegel
he's not-
playing?
No, he could play, but
He's
submitted it,
questionable.
so he's questionable.
Officially.
Right, so it all depends on that team, right? If
10
Siegel
seconds,
plays,
guys. Focus on Alan because my wife is texting me, bugging out. She didn't know Alan came a half hour late.
right. Blame it on me. All the Sean Bias problems on me.
It's her fault. It's his
There you
fault.
Bottom line is this is what I'd say. If Siegel plays, then they are winning.
What about if Rocky plays? I'm joking. Rocky's
Right. Well, again, it's a totally different game when both of them are playing. Right. That's a totally different prediction. If I'm predicting both these guys playing, both these teams playing at their fullest potential, I still think Siegel wins. Right. But here's what it is. If Siegel's playing this week, they are winning. They're beating you guys, and they are going to beat you guys 24-16. Because I think it's really hard.
24-16.
Right. I think you guys are having a hard time putting up points. I don't know why. You guys have the peeps for it. So I think this new Jags team, right, could definitely show up. Now, if Siegel doesn't play, then they are losing.
Yeah.
And they are not just losing; they are losing. I'm going to reverse the score.
What about
To
Zach
your
plays
favorite.
QB?
Yeah, there you go. So if Zachy plays QB, then they're going to beat you guys. Yeah, I think they're going to beat you guys. What's your plan? I mean, I don't think it's the whole plan, but
The plan of action, I told you, one day we're going to do film with Yoni, but we're not doing film with Yoni this week.
Discuss you in the summer.
Well, what?
We'll discuss that in the off season. It's a very good idea.
But I do
When the
think
Cowboys are
that
gonna
the
do the
Bengals
world.
are prepared. I think you guys think that the Bengals every week, Bengals this, every week, Bengals that. Last week we didn't have
hey,
Joe
you guys are a
Allen.
good team.
Last week we didn't have Joe Allen. We were going to lose. Commissioner minus 16. I don't know what the hell he was smoking that night. It's okay. But Cincinnati came out and ball. And we do what we need to do.
Smoking those coffee
2 weeks
beans,
ago, because it's not about who are the pieces that we have. Obviously, we're missing Rocky. We're going to miss him, and we're going to be the underdogs in this game. But at the end of the day,
But Rocky
we're going
did
to
put up-
prepare for what we had in front of us.
Do you
We
think
did
the
it
score
last
is
week.
different?
We had Norwood
Time out, time.
instead of Josh Allen.
Do you
and
think- Do you think the
We did what
score
we needed
would
to
be
do.
different last week, and you guys would lose if Rocky didn't get those 4 sacks or that pressure, all those pressures that he put on the beginning of the
we
game?
play and make a game script.
How long
according
did
to
Rocky
our-
play that game?
He got injured in the middle of the second half.
Yeah.
Middle of the second
Played
half.
around
I mean,
75% of the
if
game.
Rocky wasn't playing the whole game,
Mhm.
do you think you guys would have won?
Yeah, because we have a different game plan that executes.
I don't think so. I think Rocky getting 4 sacks plus putting all that pressure that he did definitely gave you guys the edge to hold them off.
Say what you want. You don't know Cincinnati, but I'll just tell you like this, because I'm not going to go on a whole game
Who wants
plan.
to know Cincinnati, bro?
Okay, you
Where
want
is Cincinnati?
to
What
be a
state is it?
Bengal.
I
You
don't
want
know.
to be a Bengal.
Where's Cincinnati?
You want to be a
legit.
Bengal.
Bro,
I want to
where's
finish here
Cincinnati?
quick.
That's a good question. Yoni, what state is Cincinnati in?
Usually. Hold on.
I think it's Ohio.
might
It is.
be. It is.
Damn.
Yeah, okay.
Wow.
He doesn't even know the Cincinnati Bengals. That's crazy.
Okay, let's go like this.
Yeah, Moose, what state's Dallas in?
Texas.
Oh,
There you go. See, he knows it.
Good for him. Okay, let's just go quickly. I do
All
think that the
American
Bengals
team.
are going to prepare. Obviously, we're missing Rocky. It's going to hurt us. Ellie Siegel, they're not there. We're going to prepare according to what we have to play against. Same with Zachy.
Final score.
Final score, Cincinnati pulls it out. We're not giving up more than... We never gave up 20 this season. We're not going to give up 20 this week. I think Cincinnati gives up 18. I think that Cincinnati puts up 26-18.
18 to 26. Okay. Wow.
26-18. Okay.
All right. Thank you guys so much.
Hasta mañana. We'll see you, boys. I just want to give one shout out to a guy who really wants a shout out. Jack Massery. We see you. We know you exist. We know the Chiefs are bowling.
Oh, I love Jack Massery, bro. We're
Jack
just friends.
Massery.
I love him. I love him. Yeah, we're just
He had a
guys.
rough-
I'm doing it for
He
guys.
had a
Doing
rough
it for
last
guys.
year on the Rams.
Wait, is there
Finally
another
on a
Massery?
contending team.
There's another
It's
Massery.
exciting.
Yeah,
Danny
Danny and Mastery.
No, not Danny Massery. Is there an Alvin Massery in the team?
No.
So wait,
You gotta
Jack
have names,
Massery.
man.
Jack Massery's a dark kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's freaking awesome.
Guys,
He's
Moose
great.
doesn't
he's
know
awesome.
names. I want you to rewind the tape when he spoke
Honestly,
about the Cowboys.
everybody's just like,
when he,
bro.
When he spoke about
Everybody's
the
just like, bro.
Cowboys, he said Landry.
No, I said Landy. What are you talking about?
He did say
No,
Landry.
I did?
Rewind
Yeah.
the footage.
Oh wow, edit that.
You don't know
bro. That's
nothing.
crazy. That's terrible.
Anyway, button your shirt. Come on time next time. We'll see you guys next week.
All right.
See you
Sounds
boys.
good. Thank you, guys.